Nuts and bolts is going green.
Today's Energy Smart case study isn't about an energy-efficient house, it's about an energy-efficient car. Self-styled engineer Rob Mason took me for a spin in his electric Mustang. It was my first experience in an electric car, and I was entirely surprised by its performance.
Well, if you're anything like me, most people believe that an electric car is kind of like a golf buggy, but this is anything but a golf buggy. It's amazing. The running costs, you know, OK, you're not buying petrol, you're buying electricity. So how does that compare cost-wise?
The first year I had it, I spent $230 for the whole year on electricity and did nearly 12,000 kilometres.
An incredible saving on,
big
on
saving
fuel.
on fuel, yeah.
Rob, the acceleration is surprising.
The acceleration is more than adequate for traffic,
yes.
Normal traffic conditions.
Yep.
Electric motors have very good torque at low revs, so quite often you can get away with having no gearbox or bypassing the gearbox.
Yeah. And what sort of top speed does it have?
I've done close to 130.
OK, yeah. Well that's more than you need then, isn't it? Plenty,
yeah.
What sort of a range has the vehicle got?
I've done 122 kilometres. I think that was pretty close to tops.
OK. Yeah. And so range is related to the amount of battery power you've got?
Exactly, the weight of batteries, yeah.
Okay. And how long do the batteries last?
They'll last 7 or 8 years. The makers claim they could last 10 years, but I think that might be a bit optimistic.
Rob's Mustang is as fast as most conventional cars, with only a fraction of the running and maintenance costs.
The element of servicing, what do you have to do to the motors?
Very little. The brakes probably need as much or perhaps a little bit more attention than normal, but the rest of the car, there's nothing much to worry about. There's no oil to change, no coolant, no fan belts, no exhaust to rust out.
No dirty stuff? No dirty stuff, yes. That's good. You've got the electric motor there. Some of that must wear out eventually, does it not?
The electric motors are very reliable. Nothing much can go wrong with it. There's only one moving part. And the brushes are the only item that might require attention, and that's very rarely, probably 100,000 kilometres.
OK, well that's pretty good. That's 5 years on average before your major engine service, which is changing brushes.
Yeah.
And what about your recharge time? How long does it take?
It takes about 8 hours if the batteries are low. You can get heavier duty charges. In fact, these batteries that I have on board could theoretically be charged in half an hour.
OK. There's no noise? There's no engine noise?
No.
Do you miss that?
No, I don't. I find it's quite pleasant and quite intriguing to just have that feeling of silent power.
Yeah.
Doesn't suit everybody, I guess.
I think it's great. Yeah. So if everybody was driving one of these, the roads would be a much quieter place, wouldn't they?
Well, I think quieter, but more importantly, less polluted.
The acceleration, the torque, the fact that it's quiet, and more importantly, it's clean. It doesn't pollute. Absolutely brilliant.
At his engineering works in Kewdale, Rob has about 8 vehicles in various stages of electrification. The basic cost of conversion is somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000, depending on the range you want between charges. In other words, for a 50-kilometre range, you'll need to spend about $3,000 on batteries. For a range of 150 kilometres between charges, you'll need to spend around $9,000 on batteries. The cost of the electric motor, peripheral components and installation is around $10,000, depending on the vehicle. To find out more about electric vehicle conversions, visit Rob's website at www.evwa.com.au and see for yourself that the electric car is alive and well, thanks to enthusiastic, innovative people like Rob Mason.